Have you ever knocked on wood to avoid bad luck? Or hesitated when a black cat has crossed your path? Maybe even avoid making big plans for Friday the 13th. Whether you admit it or not, superstitions still shape our daily lives. Superstitions have been around for centuries, offering explanations for the unknown. They've influenced cultures, traditions, and our modern behaviors. Today, we'll explore how superstitions began as explanations for natural events in the unknown, the origins of some of these well-known beliefs, and their influence on our modern behaviors. I would like to highlight that my sources are Life Science, Reader's Digest, and Time. Let's start by taking a look at how these superstitions began. Before we had science to give us answers, people would explain natural events with superstitions. In ancient times, things like eclipses, storms, and plagues weren't caused by meteorology or disease control. Instead, people believed that they were caused by angry gods, bad omens, and even supernatural forces. For example, some ancient civilizations thought that solar eclipses were caused by gods that were swallowing the sun. Even today, some superstitions persist because people fear bad luck, even when there's no logical basis for it. Another example is the fear of black cats. While they were considered lucky in ancient Egypt, in the Middle Ages in Europe, they were associated with witches and bad omens. Some superstitions, like breaking a mirror causing you 7 years of bad luck, and avoiding stepping on a crack, are still taken seriously by some people today. But where do these strange beliefs come from? Let's take a look at their fascinating origins. Superstitions didn't appear out of nowhere. They have deep historical roots. For example, the belief that breaking a mirror causes you 7 years of bad luck stemmed from the ancient Romans, who believed that mirrors would reflect a person's soul, and breaking one would damage your soul and would take 7 years to renew, causing you 7 years of bad luck. So to avoid bad luck, people would bury broken mirrors in the hope of avoiding misfortune. The belief that walking under a ladder is unlucky stemmed from ancient Egypt, where a ladder leaning on a wall formed a sacred triangle. Walking through this triangle was considered disrespectful to the gods and thought to bring you misfortune. In medieval Europe, ladders were also commonly used for executions, and walking under one was thought that you would be next, so no wonder people would avoid them. And lastly, the fear of Friday the 13th has many origins, but one theory dates back to Norse mythology. In a famous myth, Loki, the chaos god, was a 13th guest at a banquet in Valhalla and caused lots of chaos at the banquet. This fear also connects to Christianity, as Judas, the betrayer of Jesus, was the 13th guest at the Last Supper. And the fear was solidified further when in 1307, King Philip IV of France ordered the arrest of the Knights of Templar on October 13th, which was also a Friday. While these beliefs may seem silly today, they have been passed down for several generations. But are they still relevant in today's modern times? Absolutely. Even in our high-tech world, superstitions still shape our daily life. For example, many buildings will skip the 13th floor. Lots of airlines such as Air France and Lufthansa also don't have a 13th row. While other people avoid big decisions and organizing events such as starting a business or getting married on Friday the 13th due to triskaidekaphobia, better known as the fear of number 13. There are also superstitions in sports, as athletes are notorious for their pre-game rituals. For example, baseball player Wade Boggs would eat chicken before every game for good luck, and basketball legend Michael Jordan would wear his college shorts under his NBA uniform. While these habits may not make sense to us, for those athletes, they would provide them a sense of security and confidence. Clearly, superstitions still hold more power over us than we would like to say. But why do we continue to believe in them? Because they give us a sense of security in an unpredictable world. Before we wrap up, let's revisit what we've learned. Superstitions began as explanations in the unknown when we still lacked scientific knowledge. Many have fascinating historical beliefs, such as breaking mirrors, walking under ladders, and Friday the 13th. And even today, superstitions still influence our lives, from skipping the 13th floor to sports rituals. At the end of the day, superstitions reveal something fascinating about human nature. We crave explanations and control, even if they don't really make sense. So, the next time that you knock on wood or hesitate before walking under a ladder, just remember, you're taking part in a tradition that has lasted for centuries. Who knows? Maybe there's more to it than we think. Thank you very much.